Hi ladies, Cassie here. I just wanted to do a little project. I haven't really done any videos in a while, but I made this tag and I posted it on my Facebook, and someone said that they would like to see a tutorial. They didn't know what the foil tape was, so I'm gonna do a little tutorial, but it's not gonna be large like this. I'm gonna do it miniature as like an ATC card, so it'll be similar to this. And the products I used for the honeycomb background, it's the Stampin' Up! Honeycomb embossing boulder, foil tape is this stuff. You get it at Home Depot or Lowe's or probably any hardware store you could find it. It's just duct tape that they would use on your heating and air ducts. And you can get a big roll for like 10 bucks. I've used a lot of mine. It comes in different sizes, so you could get it in, I'm not sure how wide this is. This may be like 3 inches, 3.5 inches. And then you can get it in a smaller roll. I have a couple of different sizes. But first off, I just cut a piece the size of my ATC card that I'm using, and I ran it through my Big Shot. Just the tape. You could put this on your ATC card and then run it through. I just did it beforehand. And I'm going to do my ATC card a little different. I'm going to take and color this foil tape with alcohol ink. I'm using Sunshine Yellow. Just going to swipe it on there. I'm not going to dab it because I don't really like the way that looks, but so now it's all colored yellow instead of silver. It's pretty cool. And then you just take the backing off and stick it on your ATC card or your tag or whatever you're going to make. But it's really pretty. I know it's not really showing up on camera how yellow it is, but it's pretty yellow. But I already did one and I already stuck it to my ATC card and trimmed around it. I just left the back of mine chipboard. So it's whatever you're using, you know, if you're just using a regular ATC card out of cardstock or whatever. But I cut mine out of the Tim Holtz ATC die. Excuse me. And then I cut a strip of yellow cardstock. This is just cardstock from Hobby Lobby. Has like a texture to it. This is cut at 1.5 inches wide, and then I just use my Martha Stewart Droopy Goo punch and punched along the edge of it. And then the little bee, people asked me where I got this little bee that I cut. This one I had found on Google. It's just an image search, and I just traced it into Shortcuts a lot. It's just the silhouette of a bee. But there's a really beautiful bee on the Art Philosophy, the Art Nouveau Cricut cartridge, and there's probably other ones. I just don't know which ones they are. But it's really pretty, the one on the Art Nouveau. I don't have the cartridge. I have it on my Gypsy, but I don't play with that thing, so I just rather use Shortcuts a lot. And I just cut it out of black cardstock. And I went around the edges with a white gel pen. And I colored in his little eyes with the white gel pen. But he's like 2 inches wide. So we're gonna take and glue our little border on the bottom of our ATC card. I'm just gonna use my ATG gun and run it across. This, you know, it works really well on this foil. The ATG does. So I'm just gonna stick it on here. And surprisingly, like whenever you do emboss your foil tape, it doesn't lose its embossed image whenever you stick it onto your whatever you're using. Like it doesn't go away if you press it down with your hands. So it's pretty cool. I'm just going to trim the edges of my drippy-doo border off. See, I have it on here. It's your little border. And on my tag, I filled in a couple of the little honeycomb shapes with stickles. It's just yellow stickles. Or you could use the yellow, well this is daffodil liquid pearls. It would be cool in there too. But you don't have to, I'm not going to do that today. It takes a while to dry. Then you'll just figure out where you want to place your bee, your image. On my tag I used some foam squares to stick it. So I'm going to stick a couple on this one too. It just pops him up. Alrighty, and I'm on my tag. I have a gold flower and two little black flowers. So today I'm going to show you how I made my little gold flowers. Let's move this over to the side. Basically what I did, I had a piece of white cardstock. You can see it's white on the back. And I painted the cardstock with 2 coats of this folk art metallic Inca gold paint. It's really pretty. I just put 2 coats on it and let it dry, and then I punched out my flowers. And these flowers are from this punch. This is EK Success Retro Flower Punch, the, I guess, medium or medium one, small. I don't know. I don't know if it's the medium or the small, because I have one that's smaller, and I just don't know what it is right now. But you can see this is where I painted the paper and punched them out. And then I have some little bitty black flowers, as you can see right here. I punched out 6 of the little bitty black ones, and it is just a little recollections punch that I got at Michael's. They're really cute, really dinky. But I punched out 6 of the little ones in black, and then the gold I punched out 5. You know, if you don't have any of the gold paint, you can just use yellow paper or whatever you have. I just think the gold's really pretty. I'm going to show you how I put the flower together. You're going to need some water, spray bottle. You can tell I spray a lot on this towel. But I'm going to use some of my homemade glimmer spray. It's just a yellow color. Just to, you know, moisten up your flower. You know, give a spray to the front and back. Then I'm just gonna crumple it up. As you see in my other videos, I have a few other videos with flowers. I'm just gonna crumple them up. Give them that tattered look. And then I'm gonna unfold them. You know, be careful unfolding them after you spray them because you don't want to tear it. You want it tattered, but not that tattered. But you can use any, you know, any punches you have to have flowers or cricket cuts. You know, there's tons of flowers on tons of cricket cartridges, so just whatever you have. It's just easier to have a punch handy. You know, you can do it pretty quick. You don't have to worry about dragging out mats and crickets and paper. Excuse me. Alright, well, I'm fixing to dry these off so it may get loud with my heat gun. So you don't have to look at my nasty towel, which my desk ain't no cleaner, so it's like crap everywhere. So I look at these and I say, like, this is like the flattest one that didn't get really wrinkled. Excuse me. So I'm going to put it as the bottom flower. Then I just put some hot glue on the back. I'm using hot glue, yes. And I'm just staggering the petals. You know, you want to offset them. You could add more layers if you wanted to, or less. It just depends on how full you want your flower, and also the shape of it. I think it has a lot to do with it. Okay. Include it to my table. But here's your little flower. It's dimensional. And then I'm gonna put a little pearl, flat back pearl in the center. Some little black ones. I think black would be perfect. There we go. These are just want to scrap flat back pearls. There we go. It's a little flower. Then we're gonna do the little bitty flowers. You want 3 for each of your flowers. What I'm gonna do is take and poke holes in the center of each of these flowers. I lost my rubber mat. I can't seem to find it. So I'm just poking a little hole in the center. Keep stabbing myself. It's nice to have like a little rubber mat that you can poke holes with or shape your flowers with, but I use my mouse pad and I can't seem to find it. It has grown legs and ran off. It's amongst all the crap that I have somewhere. I don't know if you guys can hear, but there's a bunch of birds yapping outside. Sun's out today, but it's not that pretty. It's still cold to me. But this weekend it's supposed to be beautiful. Now I'm gonna I have some little stamens. They're just yellow. I'm gonna just cut it in half. I'm going to feed it through the little hole, if I can. If this is gonna work for me on camera. I haven't made this card yet, so I didn't do a trial run. Excuse me. I'm just gonna fluff it up around the end of the stamen. I'm just gonna take and put a little bit of glue on the back so it'll stay in, you know. You're not going to see the back of it anyway. It's going to be glued to your project. So I'm just going to hold it there until it dries. So my stamen don't fall out. Our flowers are done. Pick the glue off my fingers. Now what I wanted to do, I was going to go around the edge, the trim, with this bling mesh. It's in black. I don't know. I just think it gives it a little edging detail. Then all we'll do is just run some hot glue down the edge and get another glue stick. Make sure I stay on camera for you guys. Sorry, it's my phone. I have a text. Okay. And the hot glue, it makes it stay pretty good. So I'm just gonna trim the excess off. I love this bling mesh. It's so awesome. You can even die cut it. Another piece for the top. I'm not going to put any at the bottom. Okay. Now we will just glue our flowers on. I'm gonna put it in the corner. I'm gonna take one of the little back. I'm gonna trim off the little stem. I'm just gonna stick it one on either side of the larger flower. Okay. There we go. Cute little ATC. Like if you had a little stamp, you know, a little saying that would match, you could stamp it down here on the yellow. It would be cute, but I don't think I have any stamps. If I did, they're there amongst all the junk I have. But just a little project I wanted to share. Let me know what you think. Thanks for watching, guys.